Hello again. I just made a video about 20 some minutes ago, but I guess I'm feeling a little video happy and nervous because I'm taking my exam in like 12 days. So right now I am going to do a video on burns. OT Mary did a phenomenal job on burns. Like perfect. Love her. But my focus is not only explaining the burn itself, but I want to explain the OT's role in terms of function for this patient. Let's begin. Again, don't mind my doodles and subscribe because obviously I'm going video crazy, so why not get the notifications? Again, my doodles. Okay. This is a very, very poor attempt to show you guys burns. Now, I'm going to stay a hold of this, and the first thing I'm going to do is explain the different burns. Okay, let's start with the healing time. Now, a first-degree burn takes 3 to 7 days. That is pretty much like, well, it's not even a sunburn, because a sunburn is the superficial partial thickness burn, which takes up to 7 to 21 days. Now, the second degree burn takes 21 to 35 days. And as you see, the third degree takes months. Let's explain what I'm attempting to make there. Now, a first degree burn, also known as a superficial burn, is the top layer only. It's minimum pain. There's some edema, but there's absolutely no blisters. That's my attempt to draw like a really weak sunburn. Okay, now we are going to be going into the in-between, so 1.5 burn. I guess that's how we would technically rate that. The superficial partial thickness burn, it has to do with the upper layer, but it's also the top layer of the skin, as well as the upper portion of the dermis. This would be most likely a sunburn. It's painful. There will be blisters, red, and it will be wet from the blisters, I take it. No grafting is needed, and it will heal on its own, little aloe lotion or something. All right, now the third degree burn that takes months is a... Oh, wait. I'm confused myself. I haven't decided the second degree burn. Okay, maybe I shouldn't make videos back to back. Second degree burn is the top layer of your skin as well as a deep portion of the dermis. It has your hair follicles and your sweat glands. This will be red, white, and elastic. Sensation may be impaired, so you may not even feel it. It may turn to a full thickness burn due to infection, and it also may require skin grafts. That is the 21 to 35 days. Now, a full thickness burn, that's my attempt there. It has to do with the top and second layer of your skin, the hair follicles, sweat glands, and your nerve endings. It will be white, waxy, leather feeling, and non-elastic. It will be pain-free because, again, you've messed up the nerves, so you won't feel it. Luckily, it just looks horrible. And you will definitely need a skin graft. There will be a scar. It is also going to take, as you see, months to heal. The last burn that we have is a 4th degree burn, which involves the fat, muscle, and bone. Oh, that sounds like it hurts. It is an electrical burn and a disruption of the nerves along the pathway. Okay, before I go into explaining the occupational role, I want to discuss the rule of 9s. That's my doodle. So when and if you are working on a burn unit, you will hear the percentage used in terms of the burn. And once you memorize the rule of nines, it'll give you a good idea of where it's at. So if they say 9-degree burn, you'll know it's either on their arms or their head. 1% is their genitalia. 36%, if they say that, then that lets you know it's the front and back, or just one, and then the 18 is for the legs. This is very important to remember if you're going to be working on a burn unit, because this is what they use. All right, let's discuss our role, because that's important. We're important, people. All right, I'm going to stand back a little bit so that you can see it. Apologies for the glare. Here we go. The superficial partial thickness, which is the 1-degree burn, you will be working with them on range of motion 72 hours after they have been admitted into the hospital. When it's healed, we will work on sensation and strengthening, as well as observe their ADLs and discuss with them meaningful roles within their ADLs and IADLs so that we know what to work on. During the intervention process, this is what we're going to be doing. So you've got your wound care, emphysema control, ADLs, and role activities. Now that is the meaningful roles that you established during the evaluation. You're gently going to do active range of motion and passive range of motion. Splinting if needed, but it may not be. Now, when you get to your deep partial thickness 2nd-degree burn, the eval is the exact same. Let me take a moment to get up there. I just wanted to save time from writing it. The same. And for the most part, the intervention is the same. The only thing that you're adding is strengthening once it's healed. Now, remember, the deep partial thickness is the 2nd degree, so it will take 21 to 35 days to heal. Now we're at our 3rd-degree burn. They've got a lot more going on. So the exact same eval as the superficial partial. So you're still going to do the range of motion at 72 hours, the sensation and strength training. Observe their ADLs and meaningful roles, but you want to add the range of motion 5 to 7 days after. I apologize. So forget the 72 hours after range of motion. You have to wait 5 to 7 days just because of the intensity of this burn. Like I was explaining earlier, this is the worst burn. They're going to require grafting, and that's only because it is affecting your 1st and 2nd layer of skin, hair follicles, sweat gland, and the nerve endings. So it's going to take a lot longer to heal. The intervention is a little different as well. So 72 hours after they have been admitted for the burn, you will change the dressing. Splinting must be done at all times. And 5 to 7 days, you will begin active range of motion. They will do light ADLs and meaningful activities. You will also order compression garments just to regulate emphysema. So remember the rule of nines, my doodle. I promise I'll get better at this. And here is burns. So not only does this video cover what the burns are, but what our role is as occupational therapists and how beneficial we are to the community in every aspect. So don't let anybody tell you that we are not amazing, because clearly we are, even the people that haven't taken their exam yet, like myself, but we're still amazing. Happy studying and happy Friday. Subscribe, there is more to come. I'm not sure the next video yet, but I have to work tomorrow, so I will be developing it then. Bye.